Welcome to the first video for Module 6 in the problem solving worksheet packet. If you haven't found the worksheet packet, you can click on My Math Lab to read section materials. There's a link to download the packet there, or when you click on Module 6, you'll see a blue link to the Module 6 workbook packet. Now, the beginning of the workbook packet, or the worksheet packet, is some information that I want you to read over. I'm not going to read it to you because I'm assuming you can read. So here it kind of talks about some problem solving in this guy, Judge Poya, and his 4 steps for solving a problem. So we're going to kind of go right through those. Please do read these, but these are going to help us, and these are going to be some of the ways that we solve problems here in the future, but I'm not going to read it to you because I think that'd be incredibly boring. So what I do want you to look at is this. The first section that we're going to do is understanding the question and the reasonable answer. So notice, when you're reading the reasonable answer, you just want to make sure, does the answer make sense? Are the units correct? And is the answer even possible? Because if you look directly above this, you'll notice that we've had to add this because in past classes we have had answers like these. I mean, can a bicycle rider travel 125 miles an hour? Probably not. That's not a great answer. Sometimes your math will support that, but it's not good. Can Susie have 6.5 quarters in her pocket? Think fractional quarters don't really exist, so the answer to that would be no. So what we're going to be doing in this first section is we're going to be looking at questions, seeing if we can understand the question, what it's really asking for, and then not really doing any math, but just checking, is that a reasonable answer? That is, can we select the only answer that would be reasonable? So we're going to go through that now. Okay, so you will notice that the formatting got weird on this document that we use. So rather than select a letter A, B, or C, which you see along the right side, we are just going to circle the right answer here, and that will be fine. So, and you'll notice in yours it's probably listed horizontally rather than vertically. That's just a formatting issue that I'm dealing with right now. So the list price of a car is $14,381. The manufacturer offers a rebate of $883. What's the final price? Well, we know in a rebate it's a discount on the original price. So anything that's above this $14,381 is not a good answer. So right away I can cross off that answer and I can cross off that answer. And those don't make sense. Additionally, what you pay for a car is not the rebate price, so it's not that. So the only thing that makes sense is this $13,498. Now, we didn't do any math. We just asked, did that make sense? And that was the only response out of those 4 that made sense. So that's the answer. So moving along. So question number 2 states, Mark's typing speed is 63 words per minute. How many words can he type in 33 minutes? Well, if you can do 63 words in 1 minute, any less than 63 words would be ridiculous to think of typing that in 33 minutes. So let's get rid of all the ones that are less than it. That's not going to work out. Okay. Additionally, if we type 63 words in 1 minute, in 2 minutes we're already at 126, so it's not going to be the 96 words. Now, the last thing we want to think about is this. And then if I'm doing this, the way we would actually find out is multiply 63 times 33. Now notice, the 3 times the 3 in the end tells us we need a 9 in the 1 spot, which tells us that this right here is the right answer. So, I mean, how many words can you type in 33 minutes? Probably a couple thousand words. 19,000 words in 33 minutes, you are a professional typer. Okay, so that is the only reasonable answer right there. So let's go ahead and move to the next question. Okay, so a community garden contains 20 regular plots, each measuring 4 by 9 yards. What is the total area for gardening? Okay, so notice, what we want to do in these geometry problems is we want to pay keen attention to the units. We have yards by yards. So, if we're thinking about a garden that's 4 yards by 9 yards, the area, being length times width, is going to be yards times yards. We're going to have a yards squared. So thinking about this, so we can have yards squared or square yards. This is just linear yards. That's not going to make sense. This is square yards, that's square yards, so those are looking pretty good. This says square feet. We want to make sure that we're in the right units, and we're not right there. So, now when we think about this, if we had one of these rectangular plots, 4 times 9 is 36. So this right here is 36 square yards for one of those. So if we have 20 of those, it's definitely going to be more than that. It can't be our 36 square yards. And the only reasonable answer is 720 square yards. Okay. So moving along. If Greg's water bottle can hold a liter, when he starts on his bicycle race, his water bottle is full. How much water does he have? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So this, we're getting a formatting issue as well. This is not giving me the fractions in here. Let me see if printing. I don't think it did. Okay, so this should be 7/11 liters. And then when he starts his race, it's 2/3 full. Okay, so sorry about that, but I'm missing some of the pieces here. So if Greg's water bottle holds 7 liters of water, when he starts his bicycle race, it's 2/3 full. How much water does he have? Well, once again, because we're in liters, we want to be in liters. So anything that's not in liters, we want to get rid of that right away. So milliliters, that's not going to be right. Now, additionally, if we look at this, 7/11 liters, 7/11 is less than 1. So anything that's more than a liter or a liter or more is not going to be the right answer either, which means we can get rid of 9/3 and 14/14. So scrolling down, there's only one thing that makes sense here, and it is 1433 liters, or 14/33 liters. Alright, well, that concludes part 1. We'll pick it up in the next question in part 2 of this video.